Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a technique to create inevitable success for yourself. Now I believe that this video can help you get the direction or the path towards achieving your goals, but also give you practical tools to make that something that becomes real. So as I say in most of my videos, we don't necessarily attract that which we want, but we always get a reflection of who we are being. Now what this video will do is help lay out a roadmap for yourself so that you know how to cultivate those habits of who you are being to then get the results that you want. Now, what this technique involves is a technique that I learned in what is called NLP, or Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's something that Tony Robbins uses. It's something that's very powerful for understanding how our mind works, how our mind is motivated, and how we can move in the direction of where we want to go. Now, the technique is very simple and it's so powerful, and all we have to do is do a visualization technique where we imagine the exact goal of what we want to accomplish, the kind of person we will become, the kind of things that are a part of our daily life. As we look at those characteristics, as we look at doing our passion for a living, what we then focus on is reverse engineering the whole entire process. So to do this, right now what you can do is imagine the best version of yourself. Imagine you doing what you love to do for a living. Imagine it maybe 5-10 years down the road, whatever time limit you want, and start to see yourself as already doing whatever that is. And what you can then do, once you have enough detail there, once you have enough clarity of that vision, what you do is that you then look prior to that, what would have to happen in order for you to accomplish all of that. You reverse engineer it and you look at all the things that you'd have to do, the kind of people you might have to meet, you look at the kind of daily habits you'd have to have, the kind of action that you would have to take, and as you put this into your mind, as you use this imagination and visualization technique, what you are then doing is you're aligning yourself with knowing the path that you must take to make that happen. So what you can do is begin to visualize that, know that that is possible, buy into that vision, really know and feel what that feels like right now in the present moment, and then go back and imagine all the steps you're going to have to take in order to get there. Then the next step is to write out a game plan and to start to take action from that point of view. So you can do what is called chunking. You can chunk certain actions that will have to happen in that vision of where you are now to where you want to be and the kind of person you want to become. So you can see that maybe there's certain actions you're going to have to take that have to do with meeting a certain type of person, maybe asking to be a mentor to certain people, or maybe to intern somewhere. The idea is that there's so many different ways you can go about it. You can model somebody who's already had that success, as Tony Robbins would say. The idea is to look at what those different characteristics are and to start to make a game plan, start to make actionable steps that you can take every day that gets you closer and closer to that. So it could realize that where you are right now, you must first off start doing your passion for a living. And that could be something to do with art, it could be something to do athletically, it could be something to do with business, with an idea that you have. And what you can do is write down 3 steps of what you can do. And as I say in a lot of my videos, the most important, powerful productivity tip I've ever found is to do the 3 highest leverage things right when you wake up in the morning. That is directly correlated with the vision you have and the path that you're envisioning for yourself, and that will help you gain a massive amount of momentum, and that will create the kind of success that you want. So the idea is to write out maybe 6-month and year-long action steps that you will take with a timeline on it, and what you can do is every day focus on those actionable steps. You see, the thing with goals is if we have and we associate all of our happiness with getting to that end vision we have, and we just delay our happiness, what happens is when that success actually comes, when that vision actually comes, it doesn't really fulfill us. But if we make it about the less action steps we can take, and every day we give ourselves permission to feel like we accomplished something because we did those 3 highest leverage things right when we wake up, we are training ourselves for happiness, and we are starting to feel successful right now in the present moment, which is a part of the process that's very important, is to align your feeling of feeling successful with the action that you are taking. So this video really is about reverse engineering the perfect vision of what you want to accomplish, realizing that as you do that, you can take actionable steps every single day towards that vision. And what you might do is you might start taking action, and you might start to change the kind of action you're taking. You might start to do something and realize that it's not leveraging yourself. What you then do is you then get more narrow. You get more focused on what really works for you. You try different things. You put your eggs in different baskets. And as you do that, you'll see what does work and you'll see what doesn't work. But as long as you trust the process, as long as you take consistent action and you keep on going and you feel successful in the present moment by giving yourself the little spikes of dopamine from feeling like you already accomplished something for the day, what you begin to do is train yourself with your emotion. You begin to train yourself with the action that you're taking, and over time, if you keep going and you just trust the process, eventually you will push through. Now, in general, I found for myself that the more action I take, the better, because I find what does work and what doesn't work, and then once I find out what that is, I level in on it and I just do it more and more. I leverage myself. Then what I do is I simply feel success every day as I create these videos, as I do what I'm doing, because I know that it's not so much the end journey, it's also about the process. So you can create inevitable success by simply mapping out and having a vision for the best version of yourself, the passion that you would be feeling, and starting to take action and creating little chunking sets of things that you can do to get there, the kind of people you'll have to meet, then take action towards meeting them, towards offering them to intern or to be their assistants or whatever it is. Then you can also set the intentions to accomplish doing your passion for a living, towards the steps you'll have to take to create whatever business you want or whatever you can imagine. And as you do that, you stay consistent, you take action, and you align this feeling of success. It is inevitable that eventually you will reach your end destination. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste.